Operator, Mr. Sri Kumar.
Morning Yogesh, and very good morning to everyone. Once again, a very cool and cloudy morning in Bangalore as Ameya and Sheen lock horns. Sheen beat Ameya by 8 wickets when they clashed first time, Yogesh.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Sri Kumar. But let's not forget today is another day, and I think Ameya, after the loss, a very close loss, I can say, yesterday against Herons, will be very keen over there to make the difference on the points table today.
Oh yeah, especially tucked away towards point.
I did have a look at the pitch this morning when I walked out there for the toss. This is the first day pitch. The pitch was used, which was used on the first day, and I think there's a lot of runs. What I could see was there's a lot of runs in this pitch. Early on, there is a little for the bowlers, which Pranavi might be able to extract. But well, if Jemima has decided to play shots like what she's just played,
executed,
I don't know what the bowlers will have to put up with today.
Past mid wicket for 4.
That's a fantastic shot there.
First attacking shot of the innings.
Jemima, indeed. I think a very good body balance there. She's actually made a note of that area. There is no the mid wicket is much kind of squarer, and it allows her to use that area, that gap between the mid on and the mid wicket, and so sensible again.
Yes, absolutely.
Quickly picks up a single, just works the ball onto the area at square leg. There's no one at square leg over there, so the short mid wicket fielder in Tirush Kamini has to make up. If she has to restrict them to that single, it's not very easy for her to get down there. The batters in the meanwhile steal the single.
At this point, we also welcome our colleague Krishna Swami to the commentary box. Good morning, Krishna Swami. Your views on this match.
Morning, Mr. Secretary. Good morning to English. Morning to all our viewers from India and abroad. The Sheen sports team, which surprisingly lost the match yesterday, would be more than determined to pull it across the Ameya sports, and they will try their very best to win this match, which will give them more or less certainty of qualifying for the finals. I think they played a lot more determination than what they did in the last match.
It's time on the leg stump, turned away to pass the wicket keeper.
When you look at the points table after first 4 matches, Kenya Sports is leading the table with 12 points with 3 wins and 1 loss, and they have a net run rate of 0.175. Sheen Sports 4 matches, 2 won, 1 lost, 1 no result, 10 points with a net run rate of 0.334. Heron Sports with a victory yesterday, first win, 2 losses, 1 no results, and 1 bonus point of that 7 points with a net run rate of 0.019. Ameya Sports with 2 loss, and 1 bonus point of that 7 points, and the net run rate is I correct myself. Ameya Sports is 1-1 and lost 3. We got 1 bonus point on total points is 5, and net run rate is -0.449. That's the situation today. I think today's matches will decide more or less the qualifying teams. First match is between Sheen Sports and Innings Sports. The second match is going to be with Kenya and Heron Sports. I mean, at the end of the day, we will more or less know the qualifying teams.
A quick update to our online viewers. The Falcon Sheen Sports Club are 5 for no loss at the end of the first over, and we see Akanksha Kohli begin the second over. Well, Yesterday, I think they started with Anuja Patil from the other end, and Pranavi bowled 1 over the first over and Anuja Patil the second over. Now we see Akanksha Kohli. Any particular reason that
I think it's been the first match of the day. Probably they feel that early morning darkness and gloom can be mediated by the medium ball bowlers. Ball can swing a little bit, move up the air also a little bit. That could be the reason why they've chosen to go with two medium pieces.
Yes, indeed, and the end that Akanksha is bowling from, I noticed that the pitch report and at the toss that there are a few green patches at the good length area and also area between the full length and the good length. There's a little bit of green patches there, which I think Akanksha should be able to extract.
Exploit.
Absolutely. If she lands a few over there, anything can happen.
Let's see what she's able to produce this time from the Falcon end.
While we speak, there was a brilliant shot by Vrinda Dinesh. I think it yielded a boundary, if I'm not wrong.
I think the two balls which Pranali as well as Akanksha bowled in the next stump and they were also slightly over pushed. Both the batsmen helped themselves to a good flick to the wicket for 2 fours.
No run coming out the first, and here's the second. So Vrinda comes out of a crease and pushes it, not able to make contact firmly. Anyway, the ball takes the top edge and trickles down the wicket. A single stolen there by the two of them.
A very good backing there coming in from Mona Meshram, who was quick onto her feet. She anticipated that Akanksha Kohli is going to throw to the non-striker's end because I think Vrinda Dinesh, who had actually played that shot, was a little late to start. And very good calling over there between the players now. Again, stealing a single. I think the ball finds the inner edge of Jemima. And
She tried to drive towards the off.
yes, goes towards the leg slip area. And he is a single.
For the international bowler, he has Sydney Indian team bowler for 244, chasing 338. Pujara got a very, very patient 50 and relatively Rishabh Pant scored a much quicker 30 plus. And Ravindra Jadeja has continued with batting form and remained not out at 28. And for Australia, Pat Cummins has got 4 wickets. India is considering a lead of about 94 and it's a handy lead for Australia, and with more than 2.5 days left, it's going to be an appealing task for India. We have to really play well from now to save the test.
A quick update to our online viewers again. The score here at the Samprasiddhi Sports Stadio is the Falcon Sheen Sports Club is now 12 for no loss at the end of the second over. So it's Pranavi Chandra to continue from the India NIPPON end.
Jemima surveying the field over there. Five on the off. Point the cover mid off. A fielder on the third and boundary. Pushed towards the onside, picked up by Anuja, returned back to the non-striker's end. No question of any run there.
We just observed that Jemima is taking the stand just outside of crease, maybe about a feet outside. It could be applied to negate any seam movement or air movement from Pranavi.
Lovely.
And this might force the bowler to shorten the length a little bit. So that could be the
She's
She has chosen to do that.
could not bisect the field there. Straight to Mona Mishram at mid-off, and this time she manages to, and she could be out. Yes, she's out. She was not able to keep that stroke down, and the ball lobbed straight into the hands of Mona Mishram. So Jemima Rodrigues once again departing quite early, disappointed with that shot of hers. Nevertheless, a very, very vital breakthrough for Ameya. Yes, Yogesh.
Yes, indeed. I think what a way to start for Ameya Sports after what happened yesterday. And I think it was, uncalled for. Jemima playing a shot a little too early. And that brings Pratisha Kumar. That's
Possibly
I think
they picked up from your...
I'm sure that they are kind of listening to
Well done,
very
Yogesh.
closely. Here, Mr. Shri Kumar, didn't we mention that she should be brought up the order?
Brought up.
Well, I guess
Let's have Krishna Swami's opinion on that.
From what I could gather, that Pratisha Kumar will be hard-hitting batter, capable of much more than what she has contributed so far. And last match she came much lower in the order and didn't get a good opportunity. And I think captain of Sheen Sports must have thought of giving them an opportunity so that they can prepare her for upcoming matches with next tomorrow as well as the finals. It was a little disappointing to see Jemima get out. She was standing well outside the crease, but still she could not get to the pitch of the ball, and she just went through with the shot, and it was a very lofted shot, but straight to the fielder at mid-off who was on the 30-yard line. It was a very easy catch. Disappointing for her as well as for the team.
Outside the off this time.
well, what I know
Attempt
of
there.
Pratisha, I've seen her play on several occasions. She rotates the strike very well, and she's someone who is very ideal for this one down kind of a position where the early wicket has fallen. But I hope she is able to live up to our expectations here today, and she also has a very strong I think her areas of strength, what I've noticed, are around the square leg and the mid wicket areas. She has a very good pull shot and a very good flick, but she's that kind of a player who comes down to the crease and is always on the lookout for these singles, and try to get the
Looking for placements.
Yes, yeah. So something of that sort. Yeah.
There it is.
She's done there.
Gentle touch.
Yeah.
Another
Just playing
single.
with the gentle, hands over there, and she kind of gets into these positions, which allows her to create those. Use her hands very softly and just glide the ball into these areas. It's very difficult to kind of set a field for someone of this capacity.
Who does that? Anyway, the trend of an early wicket continues in this tournament.
I think a good start for Ameya Sports. Reasonably good overs, and Sheen Sports are 13 for 1 of 3 overs. You have ready? No, otherwise I need a very big sometimes I can't make out who.
Pratisha taking strike again to Akanksha from the Falcon end. Pushed on towards the cover region, picked up there. I think Nicky Prasad doing the fielding. No addition to the total.
Well, Akanksha Kohli is right on her money today. She's been landing the ball into very good areas. Apart from that one boundary that she's got hit for.
Lovely fielding there by Akanksha on the follow through, diving to her right hand.
What was that actually? Was it a return catch there, or
I don't think it fell quite
I
short.
think it dropped a bit short about a yard or two short of Akanksha.
Absolutely.
Sun is playing cat and mouse game, in and out of the clouds. It's quite cloudy and overcast condition at this point in time, and it should help the medium pacers who are bowling now.
I think the sun has decided to be sportive as well today.
Hope so, because there was a drizzle in the morning when I was coming.
Yes, as Mr. Krishnaswamy says that the sun is playing hide and seek today, so I think the sun has decided to be a little sportive today.
Sportive.
It wants to play a game.
Tim to play square on the wicket, straight to Nikki, the cows. No run.
Vrinda got onto that in a flash. The way she moved on to her back foot, had she just timed it a little bit better, I think we would have seen the ball coming straight to us here.
To us, yeah, but it also rose a little, I think.
Yes, I think there's a little bit of more bounce than what the earlier ball yielded for Akanksha. Good to see. Very good carry into the keeper's hand.
Akanksha again from the Falcon end, pushed into the vacant cover region, and the two of them cross over for a very, very well taken single.
The slightly shortish delivery of the previous ball, which Vrinda played a cut shot dash straight to covers, made the skipper move the covers back to the boundary line, which helped them to take an easy single.
Single. Once again pushed towards point, another single.
Very soft hands, and they cross over for a quick single.
Absolutely, and as I mentioned before, Pratisha is quite capable of doing this. I think she's been sent in over there so that she supports Vrinda with as much strike as possible, because one thing that we noticed yesterday, after there was a very good running between the wickets between Vrinda and Jemima, till Jemima made way for the one down batsman to come in, and after that Vrinda was starved of the strike for some time.
Yes.
And I guess then it was just a matter of being patient for her. So I think this is somewhere the use of Pratisha Kumar wisely is to give as much as strike possible to Vrinda at this stage.
A full toss, and that could be out, yes.
But a no ball.
No ball.
Yes.
Lucky escape there.
Absolutely, yes. I think the ball was way over her waist height over there.
That's the indication from the umpire, and
Yep. So
indication didn't get hold of that shot, and it lopped straight to, I think, Nikki again in the covers, and
I think there's
the
a
catch
free
is
hit.
taken.
There's a free
And a
hit.
free
on
hit
offer.
coming her way.
Good.
Let's see how much she can do with this. Lucky escape there, Yogesh.
To remind our viewers, the field doesn't change because the same batsman is on strike.
And this time has been lofted. Akanksha getting under it, yes.
And
Running towards the left,
batters-
a good 10 yards, and bringing off that catch.
the batters steal a single while the ball is in the air. Sir, okay.
But the free hit yielding only one run.
The mic is getting stuck.
Stuck.
That mic is getting stuck.
Okay.
At this time turned away by Brunda towards the square. Picked up there and returned by Anuja, single.
Again, on this occasion, Vrinda playing the horizontal bat shot, and what I see is that she took the ball on the full, I guess, but wasn't able to time it, to perfection as she normally does. So yielding her single on this occasion brings Pratisha Kumar on strike.
Two ill-timed shots, but One was a no ball, the other of a free hit. So Pratisha still very much there on the wicket, stealing a single again.
So both the batters are able to extract the singles at will. Nice nut there. A very good ball to end the. There's one more ball in this over.
There was a no ball, yeah.
Yes. Oh, there was a no ball. Yes. How can I forget that?
I find that the one change in the Falcon team that reports of Sally Krishika Reddy is playing. What is she? Bowler, batsman, bowler.
Kushika Reddy is an opening batsman. She's an opening batter for the Karnataka under 16 and has also played for the Karnataka under 19 teams. She comes with a very big reputation of a hard-hitting opening batsman. She tends to go after the bowling, and no matter who the bowler is, doesn't bother her much. And it'll be very good to see her bat out here today. She missed out on a few big scores in the last tournament, but I've seen her get some very big scores. So I hope Sheen gets a good gets a good opportunity to use her today. But with the kind of batting lineup that Sheen currently has, I don't know whether we'll be able to get a chance to see her come out and go after a few.
5 overs done, and in this over I found that tended to bowl 4 tosses primary. Bowled 4 tosses, 3 or 4 tosses in the over. He probably tried to over-pitch the ball and tried to move the ball in luckily she didn't go for too many runs in those 4 tosses.
I think she was again trying to target those small green patches which are there at good length, and
chopped away
while doing that
origin, and again I think that is run away.
Kind of pitched it a little over and come up with a few full tosses there. While we speak, Akanksha Kohli has been sent to the boundary over here by Pratisha Kumar, who's able to get one through between the gully and the slip region. There's a deep third man in place, but the deep third man was only a mere spectator. It was timed very well.
Going the goals.
The third man really misfield. She misfielded.
Deft touch to perfection. I think very soft use of the hands over here. Pratisha is very wisely using the pace of Akanksha Kohli and trying to score runs behind the wicket.
Attempt again by Rundaru, played on the offside but missing it completely.
Vrunda tries to do on what Pratisha did, and I think she moved out of the line from what it looked like, while playing. I mean, even before she could get the bat onto the ball, she was trying to, get into the run. She was trying to take off.
I think both of them targeting the third man area. They trying to stay the ball to third man repeatedly.
Anuja breaking the wicket, but
I'm not sure who called for that run, but I think Pratisha was a little late to start from the non-strikers end.
yes,
However, she manages to get into the crease right on time, but I wasn't sure over there, whether who called for that run.
to me it looked as though Vrunda wanted it.
Okay, yep, could be, because normally behind the wicket is the non-strikers call, but as you rightly said, I think it looked like Vrunda who was initiating that run.
Gentle touch towards
Fantastic.
the gully, goes straight down towards Pranavi, a single. Pratisha lucky to be there, Krishnaswamy.
Yeah, she was part of the neighbor. That's one thing. And, she's been playing missing a little bit. But understandable, I think she's batting after some time. She didn't get enough chances to bat up in early matches. She might take a little bit of time to settle in. And work-out conditions, probably the ball is moving slightly and she needs to get adjusted. And then the bowling change from batting around, I think India depend and with Savannah Power coming into bowling.
See, Pratisha is someone who you'll not really see the big hard-hitting shots come out of her bat. You'll see all these deft touches and the areas between a little square between the covers and the point, or between the square leg and the mid wicket kind of areas, and then suddenly you'll see one flamboyant cover drive come out. So she's that kind of a player. But the beauty of having someone of that sort at the pitch right now is that Vrunda Dinesh has had a couple of very good matches, and once she gets into that zone where she starts striking, it's kind of impossible to stop her. So we need someone who can actually rotate the strike and hand the strike back over to her constantly, and regularly. So that'll actually keep Vrunda a little busy. So I think that's how this partnership could work.
Sahana from the India NIPPON end.
Power on. 1. Please change battery. Please change battery. 2. 6. 15. 16. Please change battery. 3. 1.
So Sahana Pawar bowling what is the 7th over, I think,
7th over.
from the India NIPPON end. See, as we speak, Pratisha uses the vacant area at the short square leg and registers a single. So clearly Sheen wasn't interested in getting the bonus point at this stage. That is after 6 overs we are 37, I think.
7th over.
First three balls of Savannah is tended to get down the mid range a bit. I think she needs to adjust a bit more attack the middle and half.
6.3 overs, 33 for the loss of 1 wicket.
The ball running down.
There'll be Oh, well, Nikki Prasad did well to stop the boundary there. I think it's a wide and 2 runs added to the
Wide
score.
as well.
2 valuable runs there coming in.
It was
Stop were made by Pooja Kumar, probably.
Yep, and very well supported by Nikki Prasad. I think I saw Nikki Prasad run in there from the gully.
Turned away to fine, but stopped well again by Pooja.
Savina continues to bowl down the leg stump and going for runs. Last one was a bye, this one was pulled, but it just got the numbers, but
This time an uppish drive.
Very well played over there by Vrinda. I think they need to charge up the running between the wickets over here because as we mentioned before, I think Pratisha has been sent over there to accelerate the running between the wickets. I think this would have been a easy double over here had they run the first run quickly.
Again, wide outside the leg stump. Another run. And an extra delivery as well.
I think Sahana is trying to find a rhythm in this over. Sort of a couple of wides already bowled here.
Yes. A better one this time. Better down the wicket. Sahana picking it up. End of the over.
So just to update our online viewers here, at the end of the 7th over, the Falcon Sheen Sports are 39 for the loss of 1 wicket. We've got Pratisha Kumar, 12 of 17 balls, and Vrinda Dinesh batting on 13 of 18 balls. So a bowling change coming in from the Falcon end. We've got Anuja Patil to bowl her quick off cutters and off spinners.
From the Falcon end, the first one hoisted over there. Akanksha getting under it, and Vrinda not able to impart much power into that, and she walks back to the pavilion. Caught by Akanksha, the first ball from Anuja Patil. Yes, Yogesh.
Absolutely, Mr. Srikumar. I think again on this occasion it was Jemima who played a shot one too early first, and now it is I guess Vrinda who plays a shot one too early. I think this is the first over coming in from Anuja. Vrinda kind of the wise thing would have been to have a good look at what Anuja is doing on this pitch and then try to go after her. But I think Vrinda was trying to accelerate the scoring rate. I don't know why she pulled out that shot suddenly. She was looking so well over there.
"29 for 2 in the 8th over.
It's going to be Deepti Sharma replacing Vrinda, who just got out little poor shot, you can say. she could have placed the ball and rotate the strike and kept the scoreboard moving, but she chose to go for a lofted shot which just ended up with an easy catch. It was a good start for the Sheen team, and it was a good start for Ameya Sports. 39 for 2 in the 8th over 79 years is good going. Pratisha goes back, pulls the ball to mid-wicket and cross over for an easy single. Ameya will now be bowling to the left-handed
Deepti Sharma taking guard from the umpire there as she settles down. One, two, three, four, five on the feds. Quite a defensive field set there by Anuja. She comes in from the Falcon end, turned away towards mid-wicket, straight to Nikki Prasad. No question of any run there. Comes out, does some gardening. This time the on drive straight towards Akanksha, but plenty of time for the two of them to just amble across for a single. The runs coming in singles and twos. Attempts to go for the bowling has been a little expensive as far as the batting team is concerned. Last two good top order players there.
Very good first over from Anuja. I think she gave away 2 runs and got the wicket of Punjab. Good going, 41 for 2 in 8 overs.
.41 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 8 overs. Looks like a bowling change. Pooja Kumari coming on from the India NIPPON end. On strike there, Deepti Sharma, the left-hander. Skipper Veda Krishnamurthy setting the field for her. She takes guard. A point, Gully.
Deepti is capable of big scores, but she hasn't got going in this tournament so far to get a very big score. She's been making handy runs, but not really going on to make a tall score for the team. Probably this will be an opportunity for her to look. She gets to play at least about 12 to 13 years, so this can be a good opportunity for her to reach up a good score.
The right occasion. First ball and driven towards cover there. Single.
It was feel that the substitute fielder was come in place of Pranali, who was gone in Srinivasa Patel in the 12th man, and it was played straight to her and they just crossed over for a single. She comes in from cover, deep cover, fields the ball and throws it back to the bowler.
Attempt by Pratisha to fend it off on the offside, doesn't get quite hold of it properly. The ball lobs in front of the wicket keeper, picked up and returned. And this has been swung towards fine. Anuja Patil is not able to get to it, and the ball goes over the line for 4 runs. Lovely shot, Krishna Swami.
Yeah, I think Pratisha Kumar was in the previous over trying to hit the ball to turn in with for singles. Chose to play a sweep shot, and she connected well. Looked a very good stroke and got a 4 runs.
Let's see how she deals with the next. The field being rearranged a little. Nevertheless, the square leg region is still quite untenanted. And here again attempt to find an area, but she played the shot a little too early, missing it completely. No damage done, no runs either, Krishna Swami.
We saw Sana power drifting down the leg stump, and I find even Project Ameya is turning to be in the evening leg. In the bargain, we've strengthened the leg side field, and the 5-4 field now with 5 on the leg side. The slip fielder has been removed and put close to the square leg umpire. The square leg umpire normally stands.
This has been driven straight down to the cover region, single to be had there. That's the end of the over.
47 for 2 in 9 hours. Just about 5 runs an over is the run rate. 5.22 to be exact. And Pratisha Kumar will be facing Anuja Patel, who had a very good first over.
Good first over. She also got a wicket. And let's see what Pratisha can do to tackle Anuja Patil from the Falcon end. Outside the off and pushed into the covers. Nikki Prasad comes in and does the fielding. Nevertheless, can't prevent a single. That brings the left-handed Deepti Sharma to face Anuja. Five on the off for Deepti. Batted towards the vacant mid-on region. Picked up there by Akanksha.
I think flattest delivery from Anuja. Deepti goes on the back foot and benches it to mid-on for an easy single.
Single. Again the field changing over for the right-handed Pratisha. Here is Anuja Patil again from the Falcon end. Well pitched up. Pratisha pushes it to the onside. Anuja does the fielding. Threatens to have a shy at the wickets, but Pratisha not intending to go for a single over there. Here is Anuja again, and this time Pratisha comes out to the pitch of that one and pushes it into the covers. They've taken one, they want a second run, but no, the throw comes in, and they have to remain content with just 1 run there.
The substitute fielder Sri Patel came quickly, moved fast, and cut any possibility for a second run.
slightly uppish there, but well out of the reach of Nicky Prasad at mid-wicket. Nevertheless, a single as the end of the over. We are at the halfway mark. It was gone.
Falcon Sheen Sports scored 51 for 2 in 10 overs. Little sedate going so far, and very outcast condition now. It's going to be a strategic timeout, and the fielding team is regrouping to chalk out the strategies and hear to the captain as to how to go about in the next 10 overs. This being literally a do or die match for them, and if they don't win today in this match, and they're literally out of the tournament.
Contention.
Absolutely. So I think they would do well to really regroup, restrict the Sheen Sports team to some manageable total, maybe around 110, 120. That will give them a good chance to chase the runs and then be in contention.
They started off very well, getting rid of two very good players in the top order. Let's see how much they can do to further restrict the scoreline. Nevertheless, the two of them here at the wicket, Pratisha and Deepthi, looking confident, well settled. Pratisha in particular cleverly effecting placements to keep the scoreline moving with singles and twos. Deepthi also adopting the same tactic. Not much of big hits coming from the two of them as they settle down to push the score along. Surely they'll have to step up the scoring rate if they are to reach a respectable or even a good total. The players coming back to their fielding positions. The game just about to resume after the strategic timeout.
Come sit. Use this mouth, press it. When you're not talking, just put it off. Okay? If you press it on, when you're not talking, put it off so that whatever you want to do is not good.
I have to press now.
Yeah, now it's pressed and it's already on.
Okay.
We welcome Mr. Vasantan, who is the coach of Falcon Sheen Sports. Good morning to you, and welcome to share some news with us. And I have with me the fellow commentator, Mr. Sri Kumar. And your team has played 4 matches so far, and won 2 and lost 1, and 1 was by stroke. This being the 5th match, and tomorrow you have the 6th match. What is the strategy for today's match for you?
Thank you very much for everybody, and thank you very much for all the Falcons. And yes, we were playing 4 games, 2 matches we won, 1 was draw, and today is a match. So our plan was win the toss and bat first, so that all the things happen, but early 2 wickets down, so now we need to construct the innings at least till 15th over. So that is what at the moment we are doing.
You had a rather sedate start from the initial 10 overs. I mean, they were just 51 for 2.
Yeah.
And you had a strategic timeout. Unfortunately, Pratisha Kumar tried to step out for Pooja Kumari and completely missed. And she's been stumped by Netravati. And Sheen Sports is now 52 for 3 in 10.3 overs.
Yep.
What was your suggestion? I mean, I could make out that the fact that Pratisha Kumar chose to step out, probably you told him to go for runs.
Not like that. Till 15th over, at least another 30-40 runs. That was the plan. It's not going down the track and hitting. Just a smart to take the singles and doubles and all, especially on the middle overs.
The incoming batsman is Rakshita, who is a captain of the team, known to bat well. You have a good mixture of players, well experienced players, I should say. That, for example, Niti Sharma, Jamana Rodriguez, Niranjana, and Rakshita, who is captain, has been captain in the Karnataka team. How does it help in formulating strategies?
It helps, especially when we are planning something. So all the information coming from all the senior players, it is easy to organize and easy to create the atmosphere, the winning atmosphere. So at the moment we are a little bit struggling, especially in the middle overs, when the bowling and batting the last two games, even the today also. I hope it will be okay. I hope it will recover. So.
What kind of total are you looking for today?
Today we were planning at least 130, 140.
And do you still think that achievable?
Yeah, still we have strength. We are trying. We keep trying that.
You have a reasonably strong fielding lineup too. Bowling lineup also. Deepthi is very well experienced. Niranjana has been playing for quite some time, and we at the commentator box call Rakshita as a girl with a golden arm, because every time she bowls she gets a
wicket.
I think the bowling lineup is also quite impressive.
Yeah.
130 is what you are aiming for. Is it a good enough total, or it's a par total? What exactly is it?
140 might be very good score, because we have a very good bowling side to contain the runs and take the wickets, and the wicket was a little bit pretty slow in the morning time, so that our bowling strength more than enough to defend 140.
The format is such that the 4 outstation players are allowed to play in each team, and the rest are local players. And some of your local players have been performing well. Vrinda Dinesh and Pratisha Kumar has been doing a good work as a wicket keeper. And what's your? There are a couple of more players like Chandasi, Krishnamurthy, Savi, Surendra, Krishika Reddy. What's your view on the local talent available in your team?
Indeed good, because playing with the senior players, it helps to improve state cricket and even the country cricket. So generally when they are playing with the international players, automatically the knowledge will go, how they are playing, what kind of things I have to improve as a bowler, as a batsman. So it is really good for the juniors. It's a good
This is the first match, and do you find that some of the local players have picked up experience from the seniors, number one?
Yeah.
Number two, are they observing them, the preparations, how they get ready for the match, how they psychologically prepare themselves before the match? Do you think it's happening, or it's a little too early for that?
No, it is happening. I'm really impressed with the Vrinda. She might be a very good player in future. She's having something special on the batting skills, and bowling Rakshita.
Hi Vasanta.
Yeah, hi.
Good to have you here in the commentary box with us today.
Thanks.
I just see that you've reshuffled the batting lineup a bit, getting Pratisha Kumar up the order at one down position. What's the idea behind that, mate?
Rotate in the strike, and moreover, middle over, we have a little bit of line batting strength. So that is what we were planning.
Did you hear the commentary yesterday? Did you follow us? Because
no.
we mentioned that Pratisha Kumar should come one down.
Actually, no.
And we were surprised to see Pratisha Kumar come one down, and we among ourselves thought, hang on, I think it's Vasanta who's going home and listening to our commentary offline now.
No, absolutely not, but it has happened.
Well, Vasanta, welcome to the commentary position once again.
Thanks.
we were discussing about the frequent misunderstanding as far as running between the wickets are concerned.
Yeah.
As a coach, what do you think? Why do you think it happens? Apart from the actual situation in the match, the ball, the misfielding or the fielding or sharp singles or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think there is frequent misunderstanding in running between the wickets?
Maybe not watching the ball properly, even the non-striker or the striker, especially when you are playing with the senior batsman. At the other end, the junior, when the senior batsman call anyway, you have to react. But if you are watching the ball and calling properly, I think it will help them watch the ball properly.
What is your advice normally to avoid
The loud calls, loudly calls, and take a decision little bit early. That is my.
I have a question for you as a coach. We again discussed this during previous days that running between the wickets there used to be a golden rule. It always used to be behind the wicket the call should be from the non-striker, and in front of the wicket the call should be from the striker. Is that being taught to the players now? Is it being followed, or it's just given a go by? And
Those things are happening, even the coaching things, but that in the middle, so they have to understand, they have to talk little bit and understanding also. They just gelling each other, they just started to gelling each other, so that friendship also need to get the runs, to understanding each other. So I feel a little bit that one.
Vasant, I mean, you're a very accomplished coach and you've coached several teams. If you see these a few India players playing in your team now and the other domestic Karnataka players, any challenges that you're facing with the teams?
No, they are really good listeners. They are really good listeners, and they are working as a team. Actually, this concept very good. Really helps especially for the juniors.
Fantastic. I'm very sure that you're enjoying your time with the team over here and coaching them, and we already see the results. I think you guys have got a lot of success. You were just a bit unlucky yesterday and day before both. Maybe day before, I think you were on the path to victory. Had it not, the weather gods would have supported you. But nevertheless, you've got 2 more games in hand, which is this one and tomorrow, and I'm very sure that you'll be guiding your team very well in these 2 games.
you're one of the more balanced teams with a mix of experienced players and youngsters.
Yeah.
I'm sure that every team goes through a bad patch. So one particular match, loss of a match should not really affect the team. I hope you do well today and tomorrow and go to the finals.
Thank you very much.
All of us, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your thoughts.
Yes, thank you everybody. Thank you very much.
Pranami has been brought back to bowl a 4th over, but she bowled a no ball now, and which is going to be a free hit for Rakshita. Rakshita, we hope, can make use of that free hit.
Tucked wide towards the square leg region, only a single.
Falcon Sheen Sports are 64 for 3 at the at 12.3 overs, and Deepthi Sharma and Rakshita, 2 of the more experienced players in the middle, and another 7.5 overs to go. They have to necessarily look for about 65-70 runs at least.
Straight to the fielder there at mid-on.
நான் கிரிக்கெட்டை பற்றி இதெல்லாம் கேட்க மாட்டேன், சும்மா டோர்னமெண்ட்டை பற்றி. ஒரு கோச் வந்தாரு. இல்ல செலக்டர் வேற இப்ப ஏதாவது சொல்லிட்டா கஷ்டம்.
Turned away towards the vacant mid-wicket region. So coming in there from Akanksha, I think a single. End of the over.
Falcon Sheen scores are 65 for 3 in 13 overs. Pranavi has completed her quota of 4 overs and she has been very impressive. She just went for 17 runs, which is hardly just about 4 runs an over. I mean, she, as we mentioned earlier about her, she's quite tall, bowls with a high arm action, and gets a little more lift than others from the wicket. She's been quite impressive. Similarly, Pooja, who played yesterday for Herons, was also very impressive.
It's getting darker and colder, Swami. Anyway, swept away to the square leg boundary for 4 runs. A lovely looking shot there from Deepthi.
Slightly overpitched from Anuja. Deepthi cashes in on it, goes on a front foot and sweeps it towards square leg, slightly to the right of the fielder there, who had no chance of stopping the ball.
Well timed there by Deepthi. Pranavi had no chance to get to it. 4 runs coming of that stroke. Sahana Pawar now being stationed at square leg to stop that shot. This time Deepthi pushes it to the vacant mid-on region.
Anuja this over was tended to bowl on the right stamp. She do well to adjust her length, line a bit and bowl probably on the middle stump for forcing Deepthi to play on the off side instead of on the leg side. Anyway, facing her is going to be Rakshita.
The single brings Deepthi back on strike. Pushed gently towards the vacant point region. Crossover for a very well taken single before Pooja Kumari could come in and return. And this time swung away to the square leg region, but stopped well there. Relay throw, Pooja Kumari pushing it to the wicket keeper Netrawadi, but the two of them cross over for 2 runs.
We have with us Mrs. Joyshri Doreswamy, who is one of the pillars of Falcon Sports Club and who is main organizers of this event, Indo-Nippon Cup, in celebration of Falcon's 50th year. Welcome to you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Krishna.
I just want to get to know the thought process which went in your club. How did you think of number one women's tournament T20, especially in this period of pandemic? Number two, how did you what kind of whose suggestion was it to go in the lines of IPL, invite outstation players, similar 4 players in each team? I mean, what the kind of thought process? I mean, how did it work out?
First of all, good morning everybody, and wish you all a very happy new year. The thing was, of course, yes, this pandemic has put everybody into a standstill. So the girls were longing to play actually. So we thought initially there was one game that was organized in the Kinney grounds just to get the girls together to see how fit they are and whether they're in touch. So that's how it all started actually, and person behind it, the brain behind it is of course Shanta, who always think that something has to be done for the girls who are being rested, like they've not got to play for a long time. Like it was quite a long break for the girls without playing, and there was hardly any domestic events going on. So that's how it all started. So the first that limited over game, it went on very well at the Kinney grounds. Later on it was the Inter Academy where it was organized here, and after that where Shanta was actually, of course I was not able to view those games because of my work pressure. To Shanta and Kalpana who came and watched those games regularly, and we were anyway planning our Golden Jubilee was around the corner. It was to happen anytime this year. So we thought, okay, why not, when the girls are all in good nick, we can organize the tournament. And the grounds here was also available, readily available. It was offered to us. It all started like that. So later on, when this was going on, by the word of mouth, it reached a few of the India players who are in touch with our girls. So they also wanted to come and play. So we thought why not we include them, so that when our girls get to rub shoulders with the India players and they get a good experience. So that's how it all started.
It's been good thinking, and it has been more or less modeled in the line of IPL,
Yes.
where the overseas players come, where the outstation players come. Falcon Sports has been doing good work as far as women cricket is concerned, especially in Karnataka. I remember 2 years back we had invited some coaches from Australia, from Lehman Sports Academy,
Yes.
and a month and a half long camp was held. What kind of benefit do you think accrued to the Karnataka players who went through that academy?
Yes, I see a lot of young talents were recognized there. They got to learn a lot from these experienced coaches at like high density coaching. Of course, Kalpana and Gayatri and Mala Sundareshan, they were all part of that. Coaching the girls along with those Australian coaches. So it improved a lot. A lot of girls they improved a lot from that high density coaching camp.
This particular tournament, I mean, there are about 16 or 17 outstation players who have come in, and you have chosen a ground which is excellent. The outfield is very good, and the wicket is also reasonably good. Even though it's little outside the city, but the playing conditions are exceptionally good. And who are the? According to you, have any of the local players in this tournament have really impressed you?
Yeah, I see a lot of our budding youngsters who have been doing well. For example, Vrinda Dinesh she's got to open with the India player Jamina Rodriguez. She's been doing well. She scored a good knock yesterday, and even Roshni Kiran is doing well. For example, the girl who is bowling now, Pooja Kumari, who hails from a very humble background, she's been doing very well. So there are a lot of young talents whom I can see here who are doing well, who are improving, who are learning a lot from this.
Well, Jayashree, welcome to the commentary position.
Good morning, welcome.
We have seen your club play cricket at the National College grounds, Central College grounds. You are now into 50 years. from the times of Shanta or Kalpana, what do you think is the major development in women's cricket in Bangalore, in India?
See, first of all, I should say we are very lucky to have Shanta and Kalpana here in Karnataka. She's been the pillar of women's cricket, and she's been doing a lot for. I mean, the girls are very lucky here. Like she always plans something for the girls, for them to improve their game and to have to conduct matches for them and all that. So that's how I can see there's a lot of improvement ever since after off late, like when after we got merged with the BCCI, and KSC has been very supportive also. Overall, I should say I see a vast difference. There are a lot of improvement. The infrastructure is good for these girls, so they just have to come and play. There's so much of facilities given to them. This individual, like one separate coach for batting, specialist coaches, fielding coach and all that. So it's been really nice for these girls to come out and play.
You think there has been a substantial increase in participation?
Of course, yes. From what we see, actually, I'm also the chairman of the selection committee now, and I've been in the selection panel for quite some time now. And earlier, when we used to call for the selection trials, there used to be a handful of girls, but now it's increased. The number has increased to almost 300 to 350 girls at one time for the selection trials when we call for state selection trials. So the lot of girls are interested now, especially from the offices. We are not able to tap the official talents as yet, and due to pandemic we were not able to reach out to them.
Just update, Rakshita, who's captain of the Sheen's team, is run out trying to steal a single. The decision is referred to the third umpire and she was declared out. So Sheen Sports are now 81 for 4 in 15.3 overs, and the new batsman is Niranjana Nagarajan. It must have taken a lot of effort for you people to plan this event, and it must have also it also involves a lot of expenditure. I mean, raising funds with 17 of the people coming from outside and so many other expenses. I'm not going to ask you how you raise the money. That's not the issue here. But I think you have a very dedicated, loyal team going about it. You did mention 3 or 4 names: Mala Sundaresan, Gayatri, Kalpana, yourself, Shanta, and a few others. What kind of hard work did you have to put in for this? How did you have to get together? How did you have to plan it?
Initially, of course, I can't take away the credit from those, like a few parents of the current the girls who are playing now. A few of them say Krishnamurthy, Rajesh Patil, and Dinesh, Mr. Dinesh. So many of them, and Chandrabaga, in all different fields. Like first, we initially started having group meetings at Shanta's residence. We sort of made it a camp office. So we started joining in there and started doing our homework, how to get started and things like that. First of all, we wanted to make sure that the ground was available for us, and like we went step by step, like next the availability of the girls and the confirmation from exactly how many girls are going to come from outstation and things like that. And then we did have a budget. We made a budget, like how exactly, like approximately at least we need some the expenditure involved. So by luck, I can say we didn't have to struggle so much for the sponsorship and all that. So it all just fell in line, like when we started this thing.
You made a mention of luck. I think luck always favors the
brave. Yeah, fortune favors the brave. Yeah.
So I wouldn't put everything to luck. I think a lot of hard work has gone in.
Yeah.
And it's a great effort. I do find that among all the states in Karnataka, with Shanta and Kalpana and all of you people supporting them, have been making tremendous effort to give opportunities to women cricketers in Karnataka. I only wish that other states, players of other states or ex-players of other states take a leaf out of what you people are doing.
Yes, it is like a trendsetter for the others also. Like, all we need is the girls need to play a lot of such games like this, so that they'll be in good nick when they get to play at higher levels. So they get rusted if they don't get to play. They need to, even here in Karnataka, like it has started like this, and I wish our association also gives them enough opportunity and conduct enough domestic games for the girls to be fit always, like they'll be always in good nick and form.
Apart from professional contracts or whatever you have from the BCCI or the associations or whatever, in terms of job opportunities, what is the scenario like today?
As of now, I should say, like during our playing days, like there were a lot of. I work for the railways, of course, through cricket only. We are quite a lot of us. We got into railways, and a few of them got a job in Air India. And as of now, it's come to a standstill, I should say. But there are not many takers. Like not many institutions have come forward to appoint even the banks or other railways. Railways, of course, even now, a few of our current players have got into Western Railway and Northern Railway. So even Southern Railway is appointing. But as of our, like I am part of South Western Railway. Here the appointment has not been taking place of late. So quite a few of our girls they do need a job, like it's they can't depend on cricket forever, like they need to settle down. So we are looking out to do something about it, like we have to
make a representation.
Yes, we need to. Yes, we are planning on that.
My understanding is that as she mentioned, Air India used to recruit a few. Railways, of course, is a huge recruiter of players. Banks and Air India, given the financial situation they are in, I think they've stopped recruiting not just women cricketers, even men cricketers.
Public sector is likely
and the
going down and down.
only job opportunities today is from railways, and there's nobody else. And I just want to flag off, forget this year, 2021 has been bad, pandemic and so many other things are all thing. BCCI has been slowly increasing the number of matches. I know that they have recently introduced under 23. Under 19 is one age group, under 23 is one, and the senior national is another. And I did get some kind of a feeling that they are going to promote India A team in a big way and make them tour. But that's not materialized so far. This is what I heard when India went to finals in 2017 World Cup. India again did well in 2019 T20 World Cup. The India A things have not picked up as much as I at least thought would happen. What is your thoughts on that?
They should have when the Indian team reached the finals, that was the time, it was at the peak, like that's when they should have just gone ahead and done something for India A also. And likewise, even the under 19 World Cup was around the corner. I think now it's all come to a standstill. Maybe I think BCCI should go deep into it and get started, like
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a few things which is in the minds of BCCI. One is, of course, the Under 19 World Cup, which is ICC held. I mean, unfortunately, that got postponed because of this pandemic. Another thing which I mean BCCI has been toying for the last few years has been the IPL for women cricketers. I mean, I am given to understand that lack of depth of players, at least for forming at least 4 teams, is the stumbling block.
Yes.
I mean, do you think it's happening in the next year or two?
It should happen because they've at least had they've started off with 3 teams. Previously also they did have with 3 teams. So this time I think because of the I was sure like this time they could have gone ahead and made increase it to 4 teams at least, but the lot of other foreign players were not willing to come, I think, for this IPL. So if they start doing it, maybe they should increase one. But at least this year, hopefully, everything will bounce back. Like we'll have a great year this year.
The Challenger Trophy this year clashed with the Big Bash in Australia. That's why many of the outstation players are not, overseas players are not available. That might have prompted BCCI to keep it with 3 teams.
Three teams. The main drawback was the pandemic. At least we were lucky that they went on to host the IPL for women. Otherwise, they might not have even done it. Like
I'm sure that Shanta, being in the Apex Council of BCCI, had a big role to play that ensured that Challenger Trophy this year was held.
of course, she is like without Shanta, there's no women's cricket in India, I should say. She's been the pillar, like to instruct, like to even say put things in place and see that women get to play a lot of matches.
While we are having a quick chat with Madam Jayashree Devaswamy here, I'd like to update our online viewers. At the end of 18 overs, the Falcon Sheen Sports is 90 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. We've got Deepthi Sharma studying the innings with 26 of 30 balls, and Niranjana Nagarajan supporting her with 3 runs of 8 balls. And it's very good to have Jayashree Devaswamy here with us in the commentary box and sharing her experience. Thank you very much, madam, for joining us here.
Pleasure is mine.
Just before letting her go, I would like to one more time congratulate her and a team led by Shanta. They've done a tremendous job for women's cricket. I hope they can continue this in the coming years also. In the meantime, my fellow commentator Srikumar would like to have a word.
Yes, I just want to ask her one question. Maybe I'm thinking aloud or thinking ahead, whatever you may call it. As you celebrate your Golden Jubilee, what would be the prospects of a Falcon team participating in a tournament abroad?
Nothing like it. We want to do something like that. Falcon team is really good. We have some very talented players here. So I wish we plan something on that. Like we want to have we want the girls to play more and more.
Mr. Srikumar, I have not come across any tournament for club level for these people to go and participate. But what probably they could think of is a tour abroad, which will give them enough opportunities and give them a lot of exposure.
I think even some tournament like this, what Falcon has come up with now is something that was not existing, but Falcon has managed to put together a fantastic opportunity over here for all these youngsters. So I'm very sure that the Falcon Sports Club will already be thinking about something in terms of getting these all state players or something. I think there was a Challengers Trophy that used to be played where 2 teams of IPL and 2 teams of the domestic tournaments of every country used to come in, and I think India hosted that a couple of times. So something maybe at the domestic level from each country, or even to start with the Asian countries and the South Asian countries, wherein we've got the winners of the domestic tournament, a couple of winners of the domestic tournament from India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka maybe join up together. We'll have a 16 format or something like that. Maybe a good thing to, just that Mr. Srikumar was thinking aloud on those lines, so maybe something to work with as well.
Especially as they are into their Golden Jubilee.
Yes. No, actually we were also planning to have a interstate tournament after this, but looks like it may clash with our domestic season, which may get started anytime. So that's when the many states will not be able to participate. So since we've got it started, so we won't stop it at this. We'll see to it that the girls get to play more and more.
Absolutely, ma'am. And
as long as it doesn't clash with the domestic season.
absolutely, and I'm very sure that the tournament that you people have come up with now, you've done an incredible job with it.
Thank you.
We thank you on behalf of probably every parent, and on behalf of all the players also. I think everyone is enjoying and having a good time. But I'd just like to add another thing that now that we've got our cricketing front sorted, maybe I think it will be very beneficial for Falcon to come up with something wherein there will be a career guidance for all these players who are participating in cricket, who are taking up cricket as profession, but also like you yourself have been successful with railways, and so a lot of the girls I speak to most of the time, they're not sure of where this is going to lead them at early on. Maybe something like in terms of career counseling coming from people as experienced as yourself, I think will surely benefit all these young girls, and they will take their fear away from trying cricket as a career stream as well.
Sure, that's what we've been planning. We do want to get in touch with our own organizations, and of course the appointment has literally come down drastically, but definitely we will look into it and see that the girls settle down by playing as well as in their personal life with some profession and with jobs. We will definitely look into that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Jayashree Devaswamy madam, for joining us here in the commentary box again. I think, Mr. Krishnaswamy, just before you take over, I'd like to, for our online viewers, the score at the end of 19 overs. The Falcon Sheen Sports is 107 for the loss of 4 wickets. It's still Deepti Sharma from one end and Niranjan Nagarajan, both India players, at the crease, so there's a lot of experience there. Let's see what they can make of the last 6 balls of this innings.
Thank you, ma'am, Jayashree, for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Wish you the very best for remaining days of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Falcons Sheen lost the 5th wicket. Nagarajan, who played the ball to short mid wicket, tried to go for a quick single, but before she could reach, ball was thrown to the bowlers, and Ameya Patel had no problem in affecting the run out. Very productive over for Falcon Sheen, 19th over especially. I think they got something like 15-16 runs. That's what has taken the score to 107. I think there are 5 more balls to go. I mean, we need to look for another 10 to 15 runs for them to come somewhere closer to 120 at least.
Yes, indeed, and we've got I think it is E. Padmaja who's coming to the crease now. Niranjana Nagarajan has made way for her. So
the weather has been very cloudy and overcast and little nippy. It looks like it might even rain a little bit. If that happens, it will be a shame, because the Ameya Sports need to necessarily win this match to be in contention. And if the match gets washed off for any reason, because of the rain at least, and they will be the worst sufferers.
The rain interfered with Sheen when they played Herons. So now,
is it Sheen having an issue with the rain gods maybe?
Hope not. But the threat has been there since morning.
I think Sheen hasn't paid their dues to the rain gods.
In any case, Deepti playing a very good knock here.
Yes, indeed, she's locked at 43 for 35 balls now, and
There it is. Right towards the commentary position, swung away.
Targeting the mid-wicket mid-on region, and she hit a 6 of previous over
Yes.
in the mid-wicket region, and she's hit one more to mid-on region, and she now finds the mid-wicket again, but this is not a 6, but it was just a 4.
That takes her to 47.
Just fell short of the boundary line.
That takes her to 47 of 36. What a knock she's been having today.
Brilliant. Here she is, comes out of the crease to the pitch of that one and drives, but straight to. Think Anu, you're there. No run.
She's one knock away from her 50, and she's got one ball to affect that score.
Turned around to mid-wicket again. Only a single. Akanksha, the fielder. That's the end of the innings.
20 overs, Sheen Sports are 1 on 4, setting a target 1 on 5 for Ameya Sports to play for. Little below par. I would have thought 130 is a par score, but given the conditions and if the medium pacers of Sheen Sports can bowl well, Ameya might find it a little difficult to score also.
I think it'll all work the way Rakshita Krishnappa and E. Padmaja bowl today. So it'll be very good to follow these two players today of Sheen. I'll be very keen to follow them while they're bowling, and because I'm very sure that they're going to try and take the pace out of the ball and make it difficult for the Falcon Ameya Sports to get to this total. So let's see. However, as Mr. Krishnaswamy rightly said, it's a very modest total posted there, 114 for 5. We were expecting anything over 130 plus. So now during the innings break, we'll be coming back with the first ball of the second innings, wherein we'll see Falcon Ameya Sports come out to chase the 115 that is set for them. Thank you, and hope to see you soon. Very good morning to our online viewers. We are back now with the second innings. We've got the two opening batters of Falcon Ameya Sports in Tirush Kamini and I think it looks like it's going to be Nikki Prasad again. So even though we've got Prerna in the team, don't think we see her opening the innings today. I guess it will be Niranjana Nagarajan or okay, I think the Sheen is going with some other plans. It's not Niranjana to open the bowling today. It's going to be oh, fantastic. They're choosing to start from the India NIPPON end. It's Deepti Sharma who's going to bowl from the India NIPPON end. The first over. What do you make of it, Mr. Sri Kumar? We had Niranjana Nagarajan starting the bowling for them in every game, and now it's Deepti Sharma who's bowling the first over. Maybe it's because something to do with the left-hander on strike.
Could be. Also, I always found Niranjana operating from the Falcon end. This is from the NIPPON, India NIPPON end. So, change your ends, change your tactics perhaps.
Absolutely. It's going to be. They're. Let's not forget they're just chasing about 115. So I think the Sheen Falcon Sheen Sports is very much aware of the total, and they want to put the brakes straight away. So now his first ball up there by Deepti Sharma.
Push towards the cover. No question of any run there. Tirush Kamini on strike. Field changing over. Adjustments being made in the field.
Some changes in the field there. I think she's opting for what looks like a gully.
A slip, a gully, point,
Yeah, a slip, a gully.
cover, mid off,
There is no third man there, so
straight down the strip.
I think what Deepthi is going to try and do is she's going to try and pitch, the ball a little wide and a little up, trying to get Tirush Kamini to go through that area between the gully and the slip, because there's no third man over there. So once if Tirush Kamini manages to get the ball into that gap, it's going to be a boundary. But while she tries to do that, it could also result in a catch.
Get a catch.
So I think that's the trap over there that they're trying to set.
You're laying the trap for her in the hope of getting her edge. A loud appeal. The previous delivery negated by the umpire, and this time she drives straight to the fielder. Deepthi again, and again a similar stroke straight to Vakshita Krishnappa.
Not much pace on offer there by Deepthi. She's kind of getting Tirush Kamini to fish for the ball.
The ball kept a little low also, Yogesh.
Yes, indeed. Yep, that's the gap we were talking about.
Splash.
But straight to the hands of Simran Henry on one bounce. And Simran does the needful to... So what a way to start. A maiden over. A maiden over. So it's 114 of 100... it's 115 required of 114 balls.
114. Around the ball. The equation. There it is, the familiar side of Niranjana operating from the Falcon end.
Oh, yep. I think that's a good start by Sheen there. Bowling a maiden over. And now getting Niranjana to bowl from the Falcon end.
Because of the socks or something, when I walk it pinches me.
Draw the over. Pushed into the point region. The first runs coming for Ameya as a crossover for a single.
So good to watch Nikki Prasad glide that ball down towards the third man region for a single. And that brings Tirush Kamini on strike again. Let's not forget Tirush has faced a maiden over. Just the last over from Deepti Sharma, which yielded no runs.
Point, cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on. A square leg, and this has been lofted. This could be, yes! Deepti Sharma making no mistake of that. Lofted shot, an extra cover, and Ameya losing their first wicket. Yes, Yogesh.
I think it was a build-up from the last over there, Mr. Sri Kumar. Tirush Kamini faced 6 balls, didn't score a run. Was that getting into her mind there?
Psychologically tied down.
Yes, she was, and I think that's a very good move there by Sheen. First, they psychologically tied her down in the first over by bringing the off spinner, Deepti Sharma, who bowled some really quality stuff there. Restricted her to, 0 runs, and then as soon as she comes back on strike, Niranjana puts one right. And let's understand, let's be aware of one thing, that Niranjana and Tirush Kamini both represent Tamil Nadu, and they would be playing. It's like playing in the backyard for them, and I guess this wicket means a lot to Niranjana Nagarajan, who, with the way she expressed herself,
you heard the scream.
Wicket. Yeah, I guess the way she yelled out, with the anxiety, even people in Chennai heard that.
Local revenge.
Yes, absolutely. I'm very sure that after the game, they're going to sit over a coffee and pull each other's leg over there. Probably Niranjana is going to say that I've got the better of you today.
But yesterday Tirush batted really well also.
Yes, absolutely. She had a wonderful knock yesterday. But this is a really good start over here. Somewhat like what the Sheen started as well, with losing Jemima
early wicket
today. Yeah. That brings Prerna Rajesh on strike. Prerna missed out the last game. So she comes back again. So she's got a point to make today. Mr. Sri Kumar.
Oh yes, very much.
The last game, I think she comes back again instead of the 10-year-old Kashvi.
Unfortunately, we couldn't see Kashvi in action. Niranjana from the Falcon end comes and bowls right arm over, and Prerna tries to have a go at that one on the offside, missing it completely, straight into the gloves of the wicket keeper. Pratisha Kumar, who's done well behind the wickets. Once again Niranjana, and this time Prerna goes forward to it. The ball takes the top edge of the bat, trickles down to point. No question of a run there. Picked up there by Jemima Rodrigues.
New cup.
To Ranjana again. Pushed again to point. Jemima once again the fielder. End of the over. A good over at that. Very productive.
A quick update to our online viewers. The Falcon Ameya Sports are 1 run at the loss of 1 wicket in 2 overs. That's a sensational start there for the Falcon Sheen Sports, Mr. Shreekumar.
Absolutely. No doubt about that.
I think they're bowling some incredible line and length there, restricting, not giving away any easy runs there.
Not at all.
So I guess that brings the equation down to 114 required of 108 balls now.
108. Nikki Prasad then on strike. Well flatted right up to the crease on the offside, pushed back to the bowler. No addition to the total. Dipti again. This time an attempt to turn it around to the leg side, the ball moving away from her.
What a nut.
Wrapped high on the pads.
Nut that was. I guess Nikki Prasad wasn't sure whether to go forward or go onto the back foot, and ended up just playing it onto her hips or something, and a very good defense this time.
She tried to force it on the leg side, but completely missed the ball.
Well. But look, Deepthi is keeping her tied up. I won't be surprised if Nikki also tries to cut loose here. Okay.
Turned away. A quick shy there by.
Yep. I think a little bit more of agility required there.
Rakshita.
What are you doing that with Jamie?
It's an incredible line there. An incredible line there by Deepthi. She's trying to get Prerna onto the front foot over there, but not allowing her that length to get the bat on the ball.
Yes. Turned away this time with the turn towards the square leg region. Niranjana picks it up, end of the over.
Yet another good over for the Falcon Sheen Sports Club. Just conceding 2 runs, Deepthi Sharma, in this over. So the score of the Falcon Ameya Sports Club is 3 runs to the loss of 1 wicket in 3 overs.
Quiet start to their reply. chasing 115.
We've got Niranjana to continue from the Falcon end.
A rapid shot and that, yes, she's out. She played forward to it, spooned it back down the wicket, and Niranjana rushing in for the follow through, held on to it one-handed with her left hand. Brilliant effort there, Yogesh.
Well, you can't take anything away there from Niranjana. Prerna just hung her bat there for some reason. I think she was in two minds whether to. She was in two minds whether to go ahead with the drive or check the shot. She ended up checking the shot and spooned the catch into Niranjana's hands. So Niranjana stretched out a bit, had to stretch out a bit to her left, but held on to it. And a fantastic result there. So
wonderful catch.
The Falcon Ameya Sports totally on the back foot now over here with losing two crucial wickets.
Totally.
So
Yes, Krishna Swami.
I think it was a great effort. Niranjana after bowling went to her left, struck her left hand out and got the ball.
I felt if Prerna would have proceeded driving that ball, she would have made she would have got that space between the covers area that was heading towards somewhere between the extra cover and the mid-off. But I think she checked the shot, just spinning it.
She didn't get to the pitch of the ball, and that's why she checked the shot.
Absolutely.
And again, as I said, it was a great effort. Chasing 115, I think the Ameya Sports needed a slightly better start than what they had so far.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. So that brings the captain of the Falcon Ameya Sports, Veda Krishnamurthy, at the crease, and there's a very tough job carved out for her now with the Falcon Sheen bowlers, bowling in really great areas there, restricting them and making it very difficult for them to score any runs.
I think a lot now hinges on Veda, Nikki Prasad and Nishan. These are the three who will have to score the bulk of runs and take them towards the target.
Good partnership yesterday.
Mona and Veda are a waiting in partnership. I think something similar will happen now. And we mentioned earlier the new about sports, so they'll do well to play and get towards the target.
So it all depends who walks in at what stage of this game now, because we've got Nikki Prasad, who's quite an explosive batter herself, and we've got Veda, who's not going to be any shy expressing her strokes. But that again, coming back to the discussion, we'll have Mona Meshram who will be joining them at the crease, but it all depends at what time this player walks in, how much time do they get to settle in and then to go after them. So now with the loss of two wickets, I guess they just have to keep the scoreboard moving over here. They shouldn't
one or two good overs will change the complexion,
Yes.
but right now the fielding team right on top.
The last thing you want is both these players getting into the shell of protecting their wickets and then making the task even bigger. What do you think of that, Mr. Srihari?
Oh yes,
Sri Kumar?
absolutely. They need to get some big shots to unsettle the bowling, which is now right on top. Deepti bringing up a good catch after two good overs as well. There she is, does the fielding with a gentle push from Nikki. End of the over. Niranjana backing a wicket in both her overs today. wicket each.
Ameya
Bowling very well,
yeah,
Swami.
I think both of them are bowling well, and Nirmala and Deepthi keeping the lid on the scoring. And Ameya Sports has just got 4 runs in last 2 wickets in 4 overs. It's a very slow start.
Change of bowlers there. Rajeshwari Gaikwad coming on from the India Nippon end.
I think it's a good move in the sense that Ameya Sports best batter Veda is playing, and one of the best bowlers, Rajeshwari, can probably keep the lead. Not to forget that in the previous match, Veda was out first ball to Rajeshwari could be.
Yes, and this time she hoists the first ball to the long on fence for 4 runs. Steps out to that well pitched up delivery. An attempt to drive the ball square of the wicket, missing it completely. Beaten by the pace of that ball. No damage done, no addition to the total either. And this time she could be out. Yes, she's out. She went forward to it, went for a mighty hoist over the offside, missed it completely, and the bails were off in a flash. Yes, Krishnaswamy.
Veda stepped out one too often and just didn't get to the pitch of the ball, and Rajeshwari, being the experienced bowler she is, shortened the length, and ball turned away from Veda, who completely missed, and the wicketkeeper whipped up the bails in a flash, Pratisha Kumar. She has been doing a good work so far, and they're in deep trouble. Ameya Sports 8 for 3 in the 5th over. I think they're in very, very deep trouble, and the main batsman Veda, on whom they're depending to a great extent, is back to the pavilion just now, and incoming batter is Mona Meshram. It looks like an uphill task for the batting team now. At the end of Sheen Sports innings, I thought 150 was below par, and Ameya
Very
Sports
gettable.
very gettable, and Ameya Sports will have a good look at it and have a good go at it. But the way they've been batting, having lost 3 wickets and scored only 8 runs in close to 4.5 overs.
115 looks quite tall now.
Yeah, it looks a little unachievable at this point in time.
Mona on strike. In comes Rajeshwari. Push towards mid wicket. Rakshita coming in, rushing in from a deeper position. Picks it up. No run. Rajeshwari again, and this time driven straight to mid off there. Deepthi the fielder.
After the loss yesterday, I think Falcon Sheen's the way they are bowling today has been quite impressive. They are keeping a good line in length, not allowing any freedom for the batsman to have a go at them, keeping the score down. Again, on 4.5 overs, 8 for 3 is a real stranglehold.
Surely they have a very, very firm grip on this match. This time the ball moving away, attempt to drive on the off, missing completely. The fielders roaring in unison, hoping that there would have been a touch, but that was not to be.
The
End of the over. A good over, Krishnaswamy.
It is an excellent over, excepting that four of the first ball. Rajeshwari has bowled 5 good balls, including the wicket of Veda. And what's happening to see the body language of the Falcon Sheen team? They are very enthusiastic, moving fast in between the overs. It shows a lot of confidence, and they know that they are having the
They have them in the corner.
and all they need to do is press the button.
Niranjana again, the ball outside the off stump, keeping a little low, going straight through.
Niranjana has got 2 wickets so far in her bowling a third over, and just again to remind every one of you that she took a very good return catch, just stuck her left hand out and caught the ball.
Turned away to mid wicket.
She has bowled a very good line and length today. The other earlier matches, she tended to stray a little.
Stray a little.
But today she has been very good in line and length, not giving any chance for these batters to score runs off her.
Yeah, stumping.
Stumped off Rajesh.
Keeper also.
Oh, awkward
That's an
bounce
awesome
there,
fielding over there.
but Deepti Sharma managed to stop the ball,
Deepti throwing herself.
avoiding being hit herself.
Deepti throwing herself at the field. You know, that's called putting the body into the line. You know, to stop that one. Fantastic effort over there.
The ball bounced a little awkwardly
Yes, but she did well to
right in front of her.
get her hands.
Adjusted very well to the bounce. Sliced outside the off. Nikki hoping for the ball to be called wide, but the umpire not in agreement. Mona Mishram and Nikki having a word. The center of the wicket. A lot depends on this pair. If they are to get any closer to 115, right now it's been a very, very uphill task for them. 3 of their best players back in the pavilion with very little on the board. An upper shot straight to Bidon there, but before the shy could come in,
A little uppish there. I guess if the mid-wicket fielder, would have been a little more finer, she would be interested in getting the catch. And I think it's that looks like it's Rakshita Krishnappa over there. She doesn't drop many.
gentle tickle outside the off stump. The ball running down to the backward of point region. Picked up, I think, there by Simran.
The deft touch.
End of the over. Not much given away in that over, Yogesh.
Yes, indeed. I think a very tight line. And then Niranjana's bowling over here. She wasn't incredibly happy with the third over that she bowled yesterday, but today she's made up for it. She's been hitting the deck hard, and she's been affecting those wickets there. I was very impressed with reaching out for that catch to dismiss Prerna Rajesh there. Straight away put the Ameya Sports on the back foot. And as we discussed, I think it would be very important that Veda and Nikki should have carried themselves on, So, but look at the what is 6.1 overs, 10 for the loss of 3 wickets. 3 crucial wickets there, Mr. Sri Kumar.
Oh yes, all the best of them back in the pavilion. And this time Mona swinging it to the leg side. Rakshita doing well to move to her right swiftly, prevent any runs. Nikki wanting a single, sent back by Mona. On the offside, push gently there, quick single again. Deepti having a shy there.
That's very well done there by E. Padmaja.
Padmaja backing up very well.
Well, there was Padmaja and then there was Jemima backing at the back over there, so
Double cover.
yes. But Padmaja, was very, very good over there.
Taking the brunt of that
yes, absolutely. That was
Quite a hard throw.
firing the throw in.
Swung over mid-wicket, but straight to Jemima. 1 run.
Yep.
The two of them tending to open out a bit, Yogesh.
Absolutely. Well, after 6 overs, then there's no field restrictions in place now. So
Here it is,
shot there.
gentle glide towards the fine leg region. That should be 4.
it's a beautiful shot there.
Yes,
Vrinda,
very well picked up and placed.
Vrinda chased her ball. Vrinda chased that ball over the ropes. There wasn't much that she could do. A very valiant effort there, running in from slips. Kept all of us interested for some time. But that was a extraordinary shot there from Mona Meshram. The beauty is that she didn't try to hit it hard again. Just used the pace of Rajeshwari's delivery and helped herself to
She
the
found the
barrel.
gap.
I think Rajeshwari pitched that ball somewhere between middle and leg. It was more of a paddle than a paddle-ish scoop kind of.
Yes, absolutely.
So good to watch.
End of the over.
At the end of the 7th over, the Falcon Ameya Sports 17 for the loss of 3 wickets, and the equation at this stage is 98 runs required of 78 balls.
Who's going to do it? That's the question.
Well, I don't know, but it's good to see Niranjana, who's going to finish her quota of 4 overs. And why not? I think the idea over here is that what Sheen has now realized is that the bowlers such as Rakshita Krishnappa and E. Padmaja are able to deliver with their military medium. So, they are actually exhausting all the overs of Niranjana.
Yes.
Over there, and putting the pressure, applying the brakes, up front. Like they've been very successful in doing that. Vrinda, you threw away your wicket today. We thought one shot too early. First ball of that bowler.
Niranjana again, and yes, she's out. So Niranjana picking up a 3rd wicket, Yogesh.
Absolutely, and we just were having a discussion, now, if you remember, that why not bring someone like Niranjana in, get her to bowl all the 4 overs,
All the 4 overs.
apply that extra pressure,
It's paid very, very handsomely for them.
and I think that brings Anuja Patil to the crease. Let's not forget, we still have Nikki Prasad, who's she's not been scoring much, but she's
Still very much there.
Oh yes, and she's very dangerous when she gets going. So she's 4 runs of 14 balls, and Anuja Patil is joining her. That was a fantastic delivery there by Niranjana Nagarajan, drawing Mona Meshram forward, finding a very thin edge, the outside edge of a bat, and Pratisha Kumar, who's been excellent with the gloves today, accepts the catch.
She's always been, I think, in the last game she rolled off 3 dismissals.
Well, apart from that one drop catch, I think in her second game,
She's done pretty well.
she's done very well. And today with the bat also.
Another rising delivery. Anuja rising to her full height and trying to push it on the off. Lucky not to get a touch.
Niranjana is bowling something what you call the dream spell. She's 3.3 overs, 0 maiden, 4 runs for 3 wickets.
Best of the tournament so
Just
far.
imagine she gets one more over here, and then she's going to have maybe we can say that she's got the Midas touch there, right?
Here she comes again from the Falcon end. A lovely ball there.
Awesome bowling. Sensational bowling there by Niranjana.
A nice dot ball. Nikki Prasad not able to do anything with that one. This time she comes forward, gets a thick outside edge, the ball straight to Rajeshwari, who has a shy at the wicketkeeper's end as they intended to take a single but sent back there by Anuja. Well in time. End of the over.
Absolutely, Mr. Sri Kumar, Falcon Ameya Sports at the end of 8 overs is 18 for the loss of 4 wickets.
18.
Spell. We were talking about that only.
18 to 4. Something not envisaged at the start of the innings.
As we
Anuja on strike with Rajeshwari Gaikwad operating from the India NIPPON end once again.
absolutely so good to watch a bowler like Niranjana Nagarajan bowl a dream spell over here. She says she wanted one more. She wanted to get Anuja, but well,
Played square of the
did what
wicket.
she could do best, and
Single the second run, a chance of a run out there.
ooh,
Anuja
maybe,
putting her bat right
maybe
inside the
the
crease.
throw was a little flatter. If the throw was a little flatter, I
She
guess
would have
the
been in
third
trouble.
umpire would have been interested in that.
She hesitated for the second run but finally decided to take it.
Absolutely, there was a second there, no doubt about that. It was just the hesitation.
Anuja not quite ready. Rajeshwari going back to the top of the bowling run, coming in and bowls again. Anuja goes out to the pitch of that one and pushes it down towards point, scampers across for a single.
I guess there was a chance at the keeper's end as well over here.
Keeper's end as well.
Maybe a quick flick of the arm would have, got Nikki Prasad down way back to the dugout.
Simran's throw is quite high up in the air as well. In any case, no damage done. And this time swung away to the square leg
Flat sweep.
vision, cut away by Niranjana as she puts her foot out,
Good job
prevents it
there.
from crossing the line.
Niranjana and Jamima both getting together to deny Nikki Prasad a boundary and restricts them to single. I think Sheen is looking like a very different outfit today from what they were yesterday. What do you have to say to that,
Surely.
Mr. Srikumar?
Absolutely.
Yesterday, I think they dropped their shoulders by the time, halfway through the game.
Oh yes.
And today, I think they come back with an intention that, they have to get a positive result here today.
3 early wickets has certainly put their tails right up. They also got a 4th one. Now they are trying to exert as much pressure as they could on the 2 out there. Nikki Prasad and Anuja, this time swung away by Nikki to the fine leg region, and this time Niranjana is unable to get to it after a valiant chase and 4 runs, 4 well struck runs there to Nikki Prasad.
Nikki got herself into a very good position, and last time she actually used the area between square leg and mid wicket, and she was denied the boundary. This time she used the area between square leg and long leg, and the shot was played more towards long leg, resulting in a boundary. So that brings let's see, okay, it's a bowling change here. We've got what looks like E. Padmaja, is it? Who's going to bowl?
Yes.
Yes. It looks like E. Padmaja, who's going to bowl from the Falcon end.
She had a very good spell the previous match.
Yes, absolutely. What we spoke about it in the morning today, as in this game will actually depend on how E. Padmaja and Rakshita Krishnappa bowl.
Struck straight to Simon Henry.
Kalpana madam.
Padmaja again, and this time swung away past the long on fielder for 4 runs. Anuja showing signs of aggression. An up shot, but well out of the reach of the fielders near the boundary line. Crosses over for 4 runs. An up shot, taking the top edge of the bat and running down towards the extra cover region. Niranjana the fielder, just a single.
Absolutely. A little bit in the air over there, but no harm because it was played right in between the 2 fielders, between point and extra cover. But wide is here.
White call by the umpire. A lot depends on these two at the wicket. Cut away but straight to Rajeshwari at point, who moves swiftly to her right and does the fielding. No chance of a run there.
Well, the Sheen Sports, Falcon Sheen Sports is not allowing any easy runs to Falcon Ameya Sports here.
A rising delivery outside the off stump. Nikki goes forward to it, does not get a touch. Pratisha collects, no damage done, no addition to the total either. Padmaja again from the Falcon end, turned down towards the mid-on region. A comfortable single.
Well, that brings the equation of Falcon Ameya Sports to 82 runs required of 60 balls now, 81 runs required of 60 balls. And so they're 34 for the loss of 4 wickets at the end of 10 overs.
34 plus 4.
Strategic timeout in place now. You see the coach of Falcon Sheen Sports, Vasanta Jayashekara, come in and address his players. I'm sure that he's giving them a pat on the back now for putting Sheen on the top right here with 34 for 4.
34 for 4 after 10 overs. 81 required of the remaining 10. Quite a tall proposition. A lot depends on how far Nikki and Anuja push the score along without being separated, and then possibly one last go from the remaining, or even players to come in to bat. But still quite a tough proposition as it stands at the moment. Players dispersing, getting back to their positions. '81 of 60. We see another bowling change at the India NIPPON end. Jemima Rodrigues coming to begin operations. Taking strike is the well-settled Nikki Prasad at the moment. 81 required of the last 10 overs, there are 60 deliveries. An attempt to unsettle the spare, and let's see what Jemima can do.
Sir, can you tell Kiran to send Vinay?
In that direction.
Coach Vinay, we have to interview him.
Setting the field there, predominantly offside field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the off. Well flatted and struck beautifully there by Nikki. An uppish shot to the mid-wicket fence of 4 runs. No chance there for Rakshita to get to it. Yes, Yogesh.
Well, Jemima comes on to bowl a first over, and Nikki was right on top of her at this moment. a little bit of over pitch over there, and I think it was more of a little bit ahead of the good length. The ball was somewhere between good length and the full length area.
Absolutely.
He quickly moves on to a front foot and brings in the slog sweep. Beats Rakshita Krishnappa at
And this time square of the wicket, uppish, but well short of
absolutely
Rajeshwari there.
I think if Ameya has got to get back into this game, they need about 10 more of those shots. What he's just played.
Surely. Attempt to tap it gently on the off, but
what could be the reason that we haven't seen Rakshita Krishnappa come up to bowl yet? I mean,
possibly
we've seen E. Padmaja, exploit the bowling with, the pitch with the from the Falcon end. And welcome to Mr. Vinay, who is the coach of the Falcon Kini RR Sports. We'll get him over here for a quick chat. It's going to be some time, Mr. Vinay, so you better sit down.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So, good afternoon, all our online viewers. We have Mr. Vinay, who is the coach of the Falcon Kini RR Sports, and I'm sure he's doing an extraordinary job over here with what's the equation now? About 3 wins out of 4 you've got?
Yeah, three wins.
Fantastic. So I'd like to introduce you to my co-commentator, Mr. Sheen Kumar over here.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Sheen Kumar, Vinay is an extraordinary coach. He coaches Kini club, not only in this tournament, but in various tournaments where there are 2 teams in Kini and Cosmic. Both teams actually play in several leagues and several tournaments, and Vinay is their coach, and he's found a lot of success with his teams. He's an incredible player himself. I think he still plays some division cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, sir. I'm involved in division leagues. I'm playing, so I look after our Rajiv Nagar cricketers, which is in first division, and I also play for 4th division league now. So I'm an active player.
Fantastic. There was a day when me and Vinay we shared the crease for some time, and I had a really good time, playing at the other end with Vinay. The only thing was he was just making me run too hard, which I was not able to catch up with him. So probably every shot that myself and he was playing, we were just managing a single run where we could have run 2, I guess, Vinay.
Yeah, we're sharing the mic.
Yeah, we are sharing the mic now together. I still remember that. It was a fantastic match organized at Kini Sports Arena. So all the parents were there, and it was a fantastic match of the day.
As we speak, Mr. Srikumar, I think the Falcon Sheen Sports Club is listening to a commentary very closely. They've bought Rakshita Krishnappa now from the Falcon end.
I think we should turn down our voices a little.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that Mr. Vinay is also following us closely, because we see him make some subtle changes what we discuss in the commentary box. So coming back to Mr. Vinay, how just to start off with, tell us about your experience. How has it been so far in this tournament?
First of all, I would like to thank Shanta ma'am for organizing such a wonderful tournament. What a great opportunity and platform she has created. And I would like to wish all the very success in the coming days also for them to organize and promote women's team. So it's fantastic, and thank you for Shanta ma'am and her team. They're doing a brilliant job.
How do you think your team has been faring overall?
We started very slow, so and taking all the learning from the first match, and we could be able to cope up in the last 3 matches, and we have been, congratulations to our team for 3 consecutive matches winning, and against very good teams. So
What areas do you think you need improvement?
we need to improve on our batting. Actually, see, we have when we have succeeded in power play, we are losing in the dead overs, and middle overs we are very good. So we need to somehow, it's a platform for all the youngsters. They will learn through this. We need to somehow figure out before the finals. We have another 2 league matches. Somehow we have to consolidate that.
I think you have got the services of Vanita VR, who comes in opening, I think, with Roshni Kiran, and both of them are flamboyant stroke makers over there. And, I think so far what we've seen, there's been either one clicking out of the two. We are just waiting for the day when both of them click together, and maybe that would be probably take you to a score probably expected to be about 175 plus. Then what do you have to say on that?
You rightly said. That's what we are both are not clicking together, and with a lot of experience in our team, like Vanita and Poonam, they're guiding Roshni very well through all through the innings, and have given a very good support to her. It's very good to see youngster going along with seniors, and we are waiting that day where both of them with a good start, and we go up to 170, 180. We're looking at 180.
We were talking to Vasanta also, the coach of Sheen, on the sort of misunderstanding that happens when running between the wickets. In your opinion as a coach, why do you think it happens so frequently?
Understanding, that a lot of players haven't played with each other.
That's true.
So that's what we are getting to.
See, there's one thing where, as a coach, I can tell you that you have three things to tell. Yes, no, wait. That's a simple language. So it's a universal language where everybody can understand that. But what happens is, as you mentioned, they're not put together, and understanding is always a little bit gelling is very difficult. So as a coach, what I suggest is, it's not more about coaching, it's about gelling your team. From the day one, please get to know each other. So then you feel like they know you from past 5 years like that.
Absolutely. Look, we in the commentary box have had several discussions about the running between the wickets, and what I always feel that, look, even though we have this team coming together, it still depends on the individual player,
The call to the game.
whether that player is seeing a single or a double in that. Maybe there are two people on strike, but one player is seeing only a single in that, but one player is actually seeing a double in that, and that's where the trust factor comes in. Whether when both of them start seeing the same amount of runs in that particular shot or that particular gap, that kind of eases the tension between them and helps them run better. What do you say about that?
That's why it's communication. It's all about communication, and batsman and the striker and the non-striker has to discuss that. They have to identify the fielders, because these are all known players. They have seen them. Most of them are Karnataka players, and they have seen them who's best and who has got a very good throw. And if you have a very good throw, you have to stop. Sometimes you have to stop for one, and you have to see the full placement, and you have to understand where to take single and where to take double. Both of them have to coordinate each other, and the communication is required in the middle. So that cannot come from the dressing room, and that cannot be predicted before the match.
While we are having a chat with Mr. Vinay, the coach of Falcon Kini RR Sports Club, I'd like to remind our online viewers of the score of the current match between Falcon Sheen Sports Club and Falcon Ameya Sports Club. The Falcon Ameya Sports Club are now 52 for the loss of 4 wickets in 12.2 overs. There's Deepthi Sharma, who's bowling from the India NIPPON end, and on strike at the crease are Nikki Prasad and Anuja Patil. Nikki Prasad formerly on 21 of 29 balls, and Anuja Patil a quick 16 of 15 balls. Getting back to Mr. Vinay, Mr. Sri Kumar.
Considering that you are playing virtually on a daily basis, matches one after the other, how do you go about rectifying the mistakes that you see in the team?
So actually speaking, it's very less time to rectify all the mistakes, and it's very difficult. And as I mentioned, most of them are played, and we have around 4 Indian players in our team, and we are just going around with them. So it's not more about rectifying mistakes; it's just a learning experience from the
Not repeating.
Not repeating. That's it. Yeah.
Mr. Vinay, how is the motivation? How's the motivation in the camp right now? How well are your players motivated? You've had 3 back-to-back matches and a day off, and now again 2 back-to-back matches with another match happening tomorrow. So how's the motivation in your team?
So first of all, after 3 wins, we should be knowing that how the team is like. Team is flying, and on a serious serious note, we still have 2 matches to go on. So our players are like ready and they want to go all out. So that's why they want to be at the top of the table.
What are you doing to keep them grounded, Mr. Vinay? Because after 3 straight wins, there could be a tendency of just getting over into that overconfidence area a little bit. Are you doing anything to keep them grounded?
Yeah, we have one thing in our team. We start from zero every day. So that's the best thing. And with senior players around, they will make all the juniors to come be in the ground itself. Will not let them fly.
Fantastic, absolutely. And the other, the thing that I wanted to discuss with you was how, huge it is to have someone like Poonam Roth coming out over there for you at number 1 and number 2. I mean, such a sensational batswoman she is. I saw her play those 2 over the covers, simple drives, and resulting in 2 Falcon maximums there, 2 sixes. I think she just effortlessly hits them. For someone who looks like not a very huge build, but and I was having a quick chat with her yesterday, and I was saying, from where are you getting that power? And she says, I'm just trying to time it. And how good is it to have someone like her in your team, coming in at that time?
Fantastic timer of the ball. She is very good, and people sitting in the dressing room and watching her, a lot of things to learn from her, and the way she takes singles also. So it's a good learning lesson for everybody to watch her and learn. And with her experience, thanks to her and coming and playing to our team, it's a great pleasure having her in our team. And her timing was natural. That's very nice to see.
Absolutely, she's a treat to watch over there. What do you say, Mr.
Oh yes, wonderful.
And so, what's your preparation for the next stage of the tournament? Have you already started thinking about the semi-finals and finals?
Not at all. We have 2 more matches to go, and a lot of work to be done. As I mentioned, we are starting from zero today, and we want another win, and we were able to be the table topper. So that's the first agenda, and then we are looking at the finals. So first, day by day. That's it.
Fantastic.
You have seen all the 4 of them in action, including your team. If I ask you to pick the winner, who would it be?
Definitely it's Kenny RR. We would like to congratulations on So we are aiming at that. That's an ultimate goal. So we will start from zero again. So we want to be the table topper first, then we'll look into the finals.
I am very sure that's the right way of looking at things, Mr. Vinay. And I don't want to keep you waiting for long. Just one question from my end. What is the benefit that the domestic players are going to receive, and what is the benefit that you think that the interstate players who have joined us are going to receive from this tournament? Can you quickly give us your thoughts on that?
As I mentioned in the beginning, it's a great tournament. It's a great platform for all the domestic players, and having sharing the dressing room with Indian players is a great thing. Forget about playing for India. So it's like something which many people wouldn't have even thought of that. So sharing your dressing room with Indian team, it's an amazing thing. And that's what. Thanks for Shanta ma'am for organizing such a nice, wonderful tournament, and I wish all the very best for all the players. So when you got this kind of a platform, enjoy your game and have the best tournament possible.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vinay, for joining us today, and we've seen you incredibly coach your team to success. We wish you all the very best for the remaining tournament, and I hope you guys have a good time.
Thank you very much, sir. So you both have been doing a very good job, and we are happy to have you hear you in the YouTube. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Mr. Vinay. Have a good day. Coming back to the game played in between the Falcon Ameya Sports and Falcon Sheen Sports. Falcon Ameya Sports now are 57 for the loss of 5 wickets in 13.3 overs, with 58 runs required of 39 balls. And overseeing the operations for them are Nikki Prasad, who's not out on 24 of 32 deliveries, and Akanksha Kohli, who's joined her in the middle after the loss of Anuja Patil. So Akanksha's on 1 of 3 balls. Rakshita Krishnappa bowling from
Top edge.
the
Out.
bowling from the Falcon end, affects wicket over there. What would we say now? The girl with the golden arm again.
Absolutely.
Yep. After Niranjana picks up,
But I think she played her stroke very early.
absolutely a fantastic. Well, I think she's bowled into a very great area. She knows that Kohli is going to try and target the area over mid wicket or over mid on, and I think she has floated one outside with the wind. Coming towards us, I'm sure that the ball is going to move out a little bit,
Out of it.
finding the edge of outer edge of Akanksha Kohli. A very simple regulation catch to Simran Henry, who was at short fine leg. Short fine leg. Sorry, short third man. Thanks for the correction to my dear friend Mr. Dinesh.
The ball just lobbed into her hands.
This is the first time. Sartar's a professional anyway.
He is a professional. I'm an amateur.
No, commentary, I'm just saying. You're a professional, at least he's the first time he's doing it. I mean, you need to have that sense of things and how you put it in the perspective.
This is the acumen. You just need to relate to. Third man. And
$58.
58 of 36, the requirement. Not much of batting to come. And anyone who comes in will have to chance the arm, go for the big shots and try and make a match of it. Even at this stage, Vicky Prasad still hanging on there, giving her team a lot of hopes to make it eventually. 115 is not a target which is not achievable or eminently achievable target of 115, but then quick wickets have pushed them into a very, very tough situation, a very tough corner. And let's see what Vicky Prasad and the
What are you trying?
she's looking dangerous. Anyways, I don't think it's going to make a big difference unless Nikki Prasad tries to. Oh, she 30.
Pooja Kumari has come in, can do.
No, but compared to the previous tournament, in this tournament, she's been a little tentative.
Rajeshwari Gaikwad back in charge of operations after the run over from Simran and struck away nicely there.
It'll turn.
Swung towards square leg, falling short of Vrinda there. Any case, they walk across for a single.
Looks like Nikki is trying to get the things going now, Mr.
About time.
Yes.
They're running out of overs.
Well, there's going to be very tight spells bowled now. I think they've brought in they've brought in Pooja Kumari from the other end. One thing is that the ball is going to turn into both these. The Pooja Kumari is batting at this end, so I meant Rakshita Krishnappa coming in from the other end. So Pooja Kumari is no dead with the bat. She can she can bat throughout. She can take them over the line. If it's her day today, she's quite capable of, good stroke maker.
Push towards cover, single. Giving Nikki back the strike again. Nikki not quite happy with the shot that she played last time, not connecting very well. The ball, of course, falling short of Vrinda. Just a single, and let's see what she can do this time. Rajeshwari coming. This time she drives. Good looking drive. On drive there, but straight to the fielder. Ameya, I think, who picks up and returns. Single again. Singles and twos might not suffice at this stage. And this time swung away to the fine leg region. Vrinda can't get to it, and it rolls over the line there for 4 runs. Between square and fine. Nicely struck by
Very nice
Pooja.
shot there.
End of the over.
So the end of the 15th over, Falcon Ameya Sports are 64 for the loss of 6 wickets, and there's 30 more balls now. 30 balls, 51 runs.
51 of 30. 10 in over.
So we've got Rakshita Krishnappa to continue from the Falcon end, and she'll be bowling to Nikki Prasad. There was a fantastic shot played on the last ball of the last over by Pooja Kumari.
Swung away to the mid-wicket region. They take one. They go for the second as well, and the throw comes into Rakshita, but wide of the stumps to her right. She's unable to get to it, and in the meantime,
Had
the crossover for the second run.
Had the throw been a little flatter from there, I can't figure out who that fielder is, but a little bit of a flat throw would have kept us interested. What a nut there by Rakshita Krishnappa. She's settling into a fantastic line over there, and she's bowling an unplayable length.
Here she comes in again from the Falcon end. Turned away, lofted high over there, but running all the way to the boundary, to the fine leg boundary for 4 runs.
Well, that's the characteristics that Nikki Prasad brings to her batting. She suddenly brings out a shot from nowhere. This was, a little drifting down leg, but the way she hoisted it, successfully in that area between the square leg and short fine leg, and picks a boundary.
Another lofted shot there. This could be out. Yes, Simran getting under it. Jamima Rodriguez getting under it. And at square leg,
that's a fantastic effort.
Nikki Prasad
That is a very
departs.
important catch. That is a very, very important catch by Jamima Rodriguez to dismiss Nikki Prasad, who was looking dangerous. She had, taken the proceedings into her hand now, and looked like she was trying to cruise the Ameya Sports, towards their target. But Jamima plays the spoil sport over here for Falcon Ameya Sports, and does the needful with a very well judged catch, moving backwards.
She had to go for the bowling. She had no choice.
And we all know how difficult it is, to
Otherwise, 10 over would not have been possible.
Wherein you have to step backwards. On this occasion, she had to move about 5 to 6 steps. She quickly realized, and she quickly made a note of where the ball is, judged it, and didn't try to do anything fancy. I'm sure she knew the importance of this wicket. Now I think pretty much the Falcon Sheen Sports is going to push them further back. The loss of Nikki Prasad now brings Pranavi Chandra to the crease. We haven't seen much of Pranavi's batting in this tournament, Mr. Srikumar.
Not much of opportunities for her. Coming low down the order.
Niranjana, how's she batting? Pranavi. Okay.
Takes a single of the first ball. End of the over.
At the end of the 16th over, the Falcon Ameya Sports are 71 for the loss of 7 wickets. So I think it brings E. Padmaja to bowl the 17th over of the match from the India Nippon end. Padmaja to resume the first ball of the 17th over from the India Nippon end. That was a great first delivery by Padmaja there, Mr. Srikumar.
Oh yes. The newcomer in, taking strike again. Outside off again.
What we see is that she is trying to bowl exactly to her field, and now a quick field change over there. We've got the short third man going to the deep third man area now.
The ball takes a thick outer edge and stop there just on the line.
That was good. I think, if I'm not wrong, that was Vrinda Dinesh who chased the ball down to the ball in between the third man and slips.
2 runs.
And restricts them to 2 runs.
An uppish edge, but nobody in the slips.
Yep. I think that's a very smart thing to do there, Mr. Srikumar. Rakshita was very quick, seeing that E. Padmaja is steadily bowling the outside offline somewhere on the 4th or 5th stump. She was quick to send Simran Henry back. She doesn't want to attack at this point of time. She knows that Nikki Prasad and all the other batters who are well set are now back in the dugout. She doesn't want to do anything fancy.
Preventing runs is more important than claiming wickets.
I think she wants to strangle them by not giving away those easy boundaries.
Yes.
And that move, what we saw was Pooja Kumari slided one down to third man, and had there been a short third man, it would have sailed to the boundary.
Yes.
So that's a very good move there.
As long as they deny them the runs, it doesn't matter if they're not out.
Absolutely. So now the Falcon Ameya Sports at the end of 17 overs are 74 for the loss of 7 wickets, and the equation at this stage is the Falcon Ameya Sports require 41 runs in 18 balls.
A little more than 13 an over. Rakshita from the Falcon end swung high towards the mid-on region, but 3-4 of them chasing, but none able to get underneath. A single to Pooja.
I think, what do you think is, winning performance here today? Is it the 48 by Deepthi Sharma with the bat, or the 3 wickets by Niranjana Nagarajan?
I think that is more crucial because she almost topped the top order. Otherwise the situation would not have
I think
come.
the early damage that Niranjana has caused has put the Falcon Ameya Sports on the back foot over there, and they haven't been able to recover.
This situation would not have come about unless she had not the wickets there.
Yes, sensational.
She sent back the best of them.
Absolutely. She's picked up Tirush Kamini for a knot, Prerna Rajesh, and then Mona Meshram. 3 crucial wickets, and put them straight onto the back foot, and she was well supported by the other bowlers in the lineup.
Especially when Vicky and Mona were shaping very well.
Yes, indeed.
Partnership. That was the turning point of this match.
A very tidy over there by Rakshita Krishnappa, the girl with the golden arm, who's been bowling quite well over here again, as she always does. There you go. An awesome length that she bowled over here has disturbed the furniture. She rewards herself with a wicket here. And that's going to be 3 wickets now for Rakshita Krishnappa as well.
Oh,
so she's joining the party over here.
Absolutely.
The best thing about someone like her is she just comes in quietly, does her job, picks up those crucial 2-3 wickets, and we don't even know about what's happening there. So So that brings Sahana Pawar to the crease, and Sahana is a exceptional left arm orthodox bowler, but again she can swing the bat quite well. It's not over yet. I've seen her score a boundary, a 6 of 1 ball required in one of the tournaments that we had played earlier.
Perhaps that is a different situation.
Yes, and that was against the Falcons Herons team, I think, wherein there you go, as we speak, she sends one to the boundary.
4 runs.
Yep, adding 4 runs to the tally.
A delicate
the score of Falcon Ameya Sports to 80 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. The equation now is 35 runs required of 13 balls. Rakshita straight down the leg a little bit that time on that occasion. Has come back very well.
End of the over.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is Vrinda's sister.
I'll have it. Finish it.
Vrinda's sister.
Oh, sweet.
So at the end of the 18th over, the Falcon Ameya Sports are 80 for the loss of 8 wickets.
Excuse me, sir.
Padmaja from the India Nippon end on the off stump as Pranavi pushes it on the outside field. No addition to the total. And this time again Pranavi going on the back foot and pushes it to mid-off, picked up there by Deepti Sharma. 2 dot balls bowled there by Padmaja. Good going for her team. Falcon Sheen. Padmaja again right arm over, and this time struck well straight to mid-off, and that's a direct hit over there before Pranavi could get into the crease. The stumps have been disturbed, but the umpire referring it to the third umpire. Possibility of a run out there. Let's see. Should be close, but Pranavi was quite confident. I think she has made the ground. Let's see what the technical decision is. It's a good shot, played straight down the track. Not out, yes, she was home. Could make out from her body language. She was safely in the crease.
That brings us to the last over of the match between the Falcon Sheen Sports and Falcon Ameya Sports. And now the equation is 34 runs required of 9 balls here. E. Padmaja is bowling an excellent spell there, Mr. Sri Kumar.
Oh yes, she's been very impressive even in the previous matches. Even today she's bowled very well. An up shot, and yes, another wicket falling there. Sahana.
Well, Jemima's got very safe hands there. There's another incredible catch.
Bringing off another catch.
Awarding a wicket to E. Padmaja. I think E. Padmaja has been bowling sensationally today, and
she deserved the wicket.
She deserved that wicket. She deserved that wicket very much, yes. So that was her first wicket in this match. But going through her stats, she's bowled 2.5 overs, 11 runs for 1 wicket. So that's a sensational effort over there in a T20 game. What do you say, Mr.
Yes, very much. As I said, she's been bowling very impressively in this tournament, even in the previous matches, even today. Of course, today she had the advantage because the best of their batters were back in the pavilion.
So we've got Netravati now, who joins Pranavi. But I hope it's not too late.
.115 is definitely achievable, but now looks very much
bowling the line
position.
More of fifth stump and
end of the over.
End of the over there. That's at the end of the over, at the end of 19th over, Falcon Ameya Sports are 81 for the loss of 9 wickets. Are you doing an interview today?
Yeah, after lunch.
Who's? You take her?
Yeah.
After lunch,
Make sure you meet him after lunch, okay?
Yeah.
He's not going
I'll
to
be
go.
there.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll come.
But what time are you going to start? Just
It depends on their.
if you see me around, let me know. I'll see you.
Sure.
Make sure you go.
81 for 9.
So it's going to be 34 runs required of 6 balls. And Deepti Sharma, who was the Vicar-in-Chief with Niranjana early on, is now going to bowl the penultimate over of the match.
She bowled the first over also.
That's penultimate under last time.
19th.
Hey.
The last over. Hoisted over the head of the bowler.
Good work there. Good work there in the deep. A very good stop over there. I think it's Vrunda Dinesh, if I'm not wrong, who moves quickly onto her left.
Swung towards mid wicket, but straight to the fielder, Simran.
Your mom is Tamil, you don't understand her well. That's my daughter.
Krishika.
She's an opening batsman, Karnataka under 16.
Oh, your good name? Arya He. Sorry? Arya He.
She's injured, that's why she's not playing.
Dipti again. A lovely stop there by the bowler. This could be the throw
Fantastic over there.
just wide of the wicket keeper. And
what an awareness over there by Deepthi, just a little unfortunate over there. The throw went a little wide, otherwise Pratisha would have disturbed the furniture.
She lost
at that end.
Little. Dipti from the Falcon end. Netravati pushing it on the offside.
Fantastic job over there by Rakshita.
Does
very quick onto her feet. Mr. Srikumar, I don't see them going anywhere now. It's 3 balls and 31 runs required.
The ball taking the inner edge,
Right, yep.
trickling down towards short fine. Single. They reached a stage where even the Falcon magazines would
We
not
see
like
Mr.
to do
Ganesh,
anything.
the team owner of the Falcon Sheen Sports Club. Very excited over here, as he is always.
Driven square of the wicket.
And
single again.
I think with this victory, the Falcon Sheen will qualify for the next stage. That brings us to the end of the match. What a performance over here by the Falcon Sheen Sports Club, handing a loss to the Falcon Ameya Sports, and some excellent performances over there by Deepthi Sharma and Niranjana Nagarajan to take them over the line. We'll join you shortly.
Importantly, defending 115.
Absolutely, such a low total. So we'll be joining you shortly with the toss for the second game and the telecast, live telecast, and the commentary for the second game shortly.
Ritu, ready?
Hello. Congratulations, e-sport team. Well done. Today we have two chief guests, Mr. Jamna Patil and Shri Sharat R. Ashok. Please come. Jamna, please come. Bani. A small write-up about Jamna Patil. She was one of the pioneers of Karnataka cricket in its true sense. Was a key member of Karnataka team right from 1973 till she gave up after her marriage. She was the captain of Karnataka team on various occasions, represented South Zone regularly and attended India Probables camp. She was the first lady secretary of Karnataka Ladies Cricket Association till BCCI took over administration of women's cricket in 2006. Give her a big hand, please. Mr. Sharat Ashok, he is one of the supporters of women's cricket. Please give him a big hand. Thank you. Now it's the time to announce player of the match. Any guess? Any guess? Yeah. We had two wonderful performances today. Deepthi, 48 not out in 38 balls. And a wonderful bowling also from her. And wonderful performance by Niranjana. 4 overs, 5 wickets and 5 runs and 3 wickets. And the award goes to Niranjana. I kindly request Sharat to give away the placard to Niranjana. Ninja, please take that. Yeah. One ನಿಮಿಷ. Yeah, now I request Jamna Patil to hand over the trophy to Niranjana, please. Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations. Keep it up. Thank you. Congratulations, Niranjana. Once again, you'll just ask few questions.
That was an amazing performance over there, Niranjana, and while we spoke to you in between the spell, you mentioned that you wanted another wicket.
Yeah, I would have loved to have another wicket, but nevertheless, yesterday we had a bad day. We regrouped. I think it was a great team effort today. The wicket was not easy to bat. I think thanks to Deepthi and for this total, she batted really patiently, and last few overs she had taken the bowlers on, and it was a great team effort. Our coach had asked us to play as a team today, and the fielders supported the bowlers. The credit goes to the entire team, and I wish the team well for the rest of the tournament to win this championship.
Was it a part of the plan that you bowl all the 4 overs in a go, because you did not have a second spell? They finished all the 4 overs in the first spell.
After the second over, I thought I had a good rhythm, so I wanted to bowl one more over, but Deepthi insisted that I should bowl because the length was quite good today. You don't get such days in cricket. When I get such days, I think I wanted to make the maximum use of it. So thanks to God, thanks to this team to have done this.
Nevertheless, we can't take anything away from you. That was a sensational bowling performance. All the best for the rest of the tournament. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.
You want to invite another captain? No? That's
Captains, you want?
Whatever is.
Just quick check.
I request the Sheen captain to come and say a few words. Rakshita?
Rakshita, good win to have on board for you.
Yeah, definitely. Congrats to our team. They bounced back really well. So well done, girls.
After what happened yesterday, I think you deserve to win today.
Yeah, definitely. Our batters really played well because wicket was not that easy to bat on. So we are actually aiming for 110, 120. So they did it. Deepthi played really well in between. So well done.
the commentators have given you a name, the girl with the golden arm, because every time you come to bowl, you pick up a couple of wickets and walk away, and no one even notices that. So you are right up there with the wickets right now. I hope you are aware of that.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, Deepti and Raja was bowling well. Because of them, I got the wicket because they are containing. So I was coming and bowling and I was getting the wicket. So thanks to them.
Absolutely. Thanks for the incredible performance today, and have a good tournament. Thank you.
I request Veda Krishnamurthy to please come.
With unfortunate day today.
No, it's fine. One tournament doesn't define what kind of a player we are, and as a team, we're really good. It's just that when it is a team game, you have to click together, and that is something which is not happening. I really wouldn't blame the team as well because, apart from the changes what we've made, it's been pretty similar in the last couple of tournaments, and we've done well, and we've got really great results. But yeah, like I said, when people come in and there's a shuffling around and you don't have time between games, it matters a lot. Some people get adjusted quickly and some don't. But I'm really happy for the fact that a girl like Pooja Kumari is doing so well, exceedingly well. I think I'm really impressed. She's come into the squad, both the games she's bowled really well. The eager and the hunger she has to learn, which I've been telling my players that, if you're in doubt, stop the play and ask me what you have to do. And I think she's the only one who's implying the mind application is there, and she's listening and she's executing well. And I think as individuals we're doing well, and it's like Pranavi also has been bowling really well. So it really can't, I really can't say that, it's unfortunate or what it is, but it's good that, if not for tournaments like this, especially player like Pooja Kumari would be under a scene, or maybe, with all the heavyweights and name around, she wouldn't get enough opportunity to play in the 11. And I think it's a big eye-opener for the selectors as well when, a girl like her comes and performs under pressure bowling to India players. I think she's done really well.
Absolutely, life is a learning curve, like we say, and we saw you use her in the last over yesterday. The kind of confidence that you have in her, you displayed that yesterday, and she did a great job, unless a few fielding errors here and there. But like you said, she did an exceptional job, and I hope she continues to do the same for your team. All the best to Falcon Ameya Sports. I'm very sure that you people have the capacity to bounce back, and we are waiting for you to bounce back. All the best.